Okay, my recording cut out. I'm gonna splice it together once I'm finish this, but holy shit. No worries, Phoebe.
By the way, Phoebe, have you seen Galbrenna?
Have you seen my Black Shore friends?
Miss Galbrenna? When she finished up here, I think I saw her heading to Margarita's restaurant.
That's great. Have you seen the Black Shores by any chance? Cause I don't know what happened to them. Did they just kind of disappear? Hello, Chacona. Dad, for the pilgrimage. Is there anyone else I can? Why are you standing there? That is not a safe spot to stand. Is there anyone else I can see? What is that? A rabbit? I did not know they had rabbits here. Okay, that's interesting. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Wait, Peeps! Wait, hold on. Did I miss anyone up here? I hope I didn't. I really hope I didn't miss anyone, because this game is too good to miss anybody. Oh my god. Bro! This fucking game, man. Oh my god. I can't. It's so good. Oh my god. I don't understand how they can top this. I don't know if they can even top this. I mean, oh man,
This is a testament to
this
my
whole
connection with the world.
The Renacidas arc has been an absolute treat to play. You know, I started in 1.0. I got a little bit bored because the story wasn't that great. And then when I came back around like Black Shore's moment, because I could tell, you know, with the advertising and stuff they did, that Black Shores is gonna be like one of those, you know, bigger updates, and it was gonna be like pretty important to the story. And man, I was kind of blown away by it. Not gonna lie, I did not expect them to go that hard into the story, because I guess I was just kind of in that mindset of like it already looks amazing. There's no way they can put more effort into making the story good too, right? And holy shit, they did. So the story has been absolutely amazing. But on top of that, it's well, before that there was the Frozen place, and I played sporadically through then too. And I was mostly just in it for the cutscenes and stuff. But Black Shores is when I started really noticing the story. And even though the Black Shores didn't really explain very clearly, I could tell there was an in-depth story here that they were trying to tell, and I could tell that, and I was willing to stick it out at least to see how the presentation would evolve. But man, when Renacida came out, they had like so many things into it, and then I knew for a fact that Renacida was gonna be a big one, and man, it did not disappoint. I am so happy that. Is that Septimon's banner? Or has that always been there? Maybe that's always been there. Yeah, I think it's always been there. Oh, it's Cartathea and Peebs. Hello. What are you guys doing here? Oh, things have changed a bit. Flying Regunezi? What's a play? Street's Prime is for Rico. Yep, he found his own redemption. Are you considering running? I don't think I'm. That's great. It's good for you, Cartethia. You can, you know, speak with Phoebe. Maybe Phoebe should be in charge. Actually, I think she's too young. Might need a couple more years before she can get to that point. Oh man, this whole city it just feels alive, man. It just feels alive, you know? What else can I meet? Wait for the performance. Holy shit. You guys think I can meet oh shit, I didn't mean to do that. Got a little wet for no reason. You guys think I can meet Carlotta and Zani around here? Oh, this is so sweet. The old couple here, just, you know, on the edge, relaxing. That's so cute. I love that for them. Everardo Bank. Everardo Bank. I'm sorry guys, I'm just looking around to see if I can find any, like, if I can find Zani or Carlotta. You know. I guess we'll just talk with Galbrena for now. Maybe we'll run into them later. Ooh. Bumpin' music.
Hello. I'll have one fantastic fizz and freeze gelato.
Fantastic. Fantastic. Extra large gelato. Can't believe you said it out loud. It's hello.
Oh, and the ad said if you say the name in one go, you get 30% off.
Is that right?
Okay. But how are you feeling with that thing in you? We've wrapped everything up here. Best we get to the Black Shore soon.
Everything's fine. Chimera's keeping it stable. Nothing to worry about for now.
Alright, if you say so.
Though ever since I absorbed that essence, Chimera has been grumbling non-stop about craving something cold.
Alright, let's get you. Chimera leaving you out to dry, huh? It's just you, huh?
Hey, I'm human too, you know. I'm allowed to want good food. Never mind, let's go.
Hey now, you can have your ice cream. I didn't say you couldn't. Wait, hold on. You can let's get you your ice cream.
Abby, time to dig in.
I've been dying for this.
Miss Margarita, one extra large 40-astic fizz and freeze gelato, please. Thank you.
Right away. You helped Renesita through its darkest hour. Now it's my turn to make sure our heroes eat and drink like royalty.
Margarita, you are so adorable. You know, you've always been here cooking food for us. You deserve all of the good stuff.
Double the scoop on the house. Unlimited refills.
Oh, hell yeah. So,
Oh, I can't manage this on my own. Want to split it?
wow. I guess even you can't handle some things, huh?
You don't have to carry it all yourself. Sometimes it's okay to lean on someone else. Wasn't that your line?
Touché.
So, one side each?
Sounds good.
Ugh, finally full. I think it's time for a nap.
Part of me thinks Abby took at least a third of that.
One wish fulfilled. All right, time to head to the Black Shores.
You know we can come back whenever you want, right?
Should have docked by now.
Is it Alto's crummy ship? That man.
He's the leader of the ghost towns.
Oh,
Strong,
Kokaro.
ruthless, not someone to cross lightly. I teamed up with him once while hunting in the new Federation.
I don't think I've met him
He
before.
tried to recruit me, but I'm used to working alone, so I turned him down.
He's the one Alto
They've got
hired
quite the
for the
network.
fight, right?
I got that LAMP terminal through their channels.
Interesting. New Federation.
He seems intimidating, but I think
Yeah.
he's all right. He did join the fight to protect Renesita after all.
If you ever find yourself in the new Federation, you'll probably get to know him better.
Maybe that's in 3.0. The next region. That could be cool. Is he still there? Maybe not. Man, they're teasing us. They teasing us with this shit. Oh, hello, friends. Marcus, Ricardo. Did he do this a lot? Got used to it. Yeah, poor Marcus. Oh, sorry. Just want to see what you guys are arguing about. It's getting pretty intense. You know, even though they're fighting, it's at least nice to see that some things don't really change. Anyone sitting over here? No. Oh, hey, it's Brant. Hello, Brant. They're just making shit up as they go. I swear to God. What a fun crew. I love them. Troop of fools. Where's Zani? I remember this alleyway was where we started Zani's quest, but I don't think she's here. I really don't want to miss anything, because I don't know, it's just, you just don't. I don't want to miss anything. 100? Oh fuck me, that's a, I'm good, I'm gonna, hello. Can't really, I don't notice anyone, so. Man, everything is so peaceful. City Square. Did I miss anything over here? I don't want to miss like a dialogue with someone if I don't have to, you know? Just that be. Yeah, this is where we did the secret mission. I think with Carlotta or something. Might have been Carlotta or someone else, I'm not sure. Here's the exit. Let me see if I cover. I don't think they'll be over here. It doesn't make sense for them to. Oh, the masquerade, yeah. Sergi. Sergey. Man, look at the blue sky. Did I miss anything here? No. Hello. How do you remember? I don't have any music to give you. Angry father? Hello. Too dangerous. That though? listen to your dad, kiddo. Man, I love this. How they just have, you know, you can walk around the city and kind of trace back everything, you know? And it just, I remember, dude, I remember this place so well. This is the place where I first met Phoebe, and it's basically like, this place is like a core memory. It's like the first step I took or maybe it was over there. I'm not sure, but man, when Phoebe was here and she saved me from getting deported. Oh man. Man. Carlotta? I didn't see Carlotta or Zani around. They're probably busy with stuff, so it's fine. Maybe they're not here, it's fine. Oh, Alto! Hello. You got your dinghy back? Hey, bud. My man.
Well now, Rover! Looks like Renacita's been tied up with a neat little bow.
Yep, thanks to you.
The other bloom bearers have already headed back to rest. They burned through every drop of strength out there. Once we've handed out the Threnodian's gem to Tethys, I might even allow myself a few hours of real sleep.
Okay, seriously, Alto? Thank you. Really, you are a real bro. This man, he's a real one, you know. He just jumps in when we needed him most. He was there. He brought everyone with him too. This guy is what a G. Dun, dun. Huh? What's that? It's everyone.
If it weren't for the Black Shores, we'd have been completely ensnared by Leviathan's schemes. On behalf of the people of Renacita, please accept our deepest gratitude.
This is what the Black Shores does. We're just glad we earned our keep.
Yep. That's just us, a band of superheroes
This
going
might
around
be
the
the
world.
first real conversation we've had since everything ended. Thank you very much, Ilbrenna. It's a shame I'm not able to absorb the Threnodian's gem. Not in my current state.
It
Don't
would
sweat
throw
it.
your power completely out of balance. Better to leave it with me.
Don't sweat it.
And
We'll figure out a way.
really, I couldn't have done all this alone. Everyone played their part.
Still, if you hadn't come to kill me, we never could have pulled it off.
You guys cooked up an
Honestly,
evil scheme, for
pulling
real.
off a fake assassination in front of two powerful resonators without flinching or getting caught? Yes. Not exactly a walk in the park.
You guys scared the piss out of me, man. What the
Luckily,
fuck?
with a clear target, there's always a way to make the shot land. I didn't need to take you on, just sell the scene. Blessed Maiden down in one. Easy enough.
Try not to do that again, please.
Well, we had to make it convincing, didn't we? Looks like I've still got it. Perhaps it could be a play in the next carnival.
Oh man.
Would you like to join us, Galbrenna? The
I don't know.
Sentinel once said, they didn't want the people to mourn their passing with sorrow. What they truly wished to hear were songs and laughter. We'll be inviting our friends from Septimont too. I do hope you'll all come, including you, righteous
Yeah,
one.
hell yeah. Hell yeah, I'm ready to wear the mask again. Hooray, carnival, let's go. I'm so down.
Then it's settled. If you dare skip it, I'll drag you there myself.
Alright, Cartithia. She's so cute when she's mad.
But for now, it looks like it's time for goodbyes. At least for now.
Just for now.
The Order will soon elect a new Primus. From now on, Raguna's affairs will no longer be decided by the Order alone. Instead, the Montelli and Phasalia families will help to guide decisions, together with the voice of the people.
That's good.
We will begin addressing the wrongs the Order has committed. Raguna's future belongs in the hands of its people. It will be led by their shared will.
That's good.
Our family will also continue expanding Renacita's overseas trade routes. Perhaps one day we'll cross paths again in a distant land.
And should you ever return to Renacita, know this. You will always be our most honored guest and dearest friend.
Man, this is how you do a send-off.
Not just us, but these little echoes too. We'll hold this bond close. Always.
I'm gonna miss you
If
guys.
you ever visit any fascinating places, promise you'll tell me all about it. I'll turn your adventures into verse and have them sung across Renacita.
You got it, Chacona.
Remember not to overdo it. Eat when you're supposed to. And don't forget, life is meant to be enjoyed.
Right back
To
at you,
meet
Zani.
and to part is a part of life. So please accept this blessing I offer in my own name. May your eyes always shine bright with clarity, and may love and light guide you on every step of your journey.
This wide, free world has always been your stage. Wherever you go, I believe you'll always shine as its brightest star.
Yeah. Septimont! You guys are here! Hey guys! What are you guys doing here?
See, Augusta? Told you we'd make it in time.
Hey, you know. Augusta and Lupa.
Septimont's mess is mostly sorted now. The Senate can deal with the rest. We don't do rush goodbyes around here. No matter how far, we had to come send you off. You, my fellow warrior, are someone worth chasing. Yes, we've been chasing victory all along. But with you, it feels like victory itself was itching to catch up. Next time we meet, you'll be even stronger. As will I. I'll be a gladiator who can stand toe-to-toe with you.
I'm looking forward to it, Lupa.
Your strength comes from deep in your heart, unshakable and selfless. It shines above Septimont and reminds everyone what being a hero truly means.
Yeah.
Fighting by your side has been an honor. By the eternal blazing sun, your name will be remembered in Septimont forever. This world will never forget what you've done for us, Rover.
It doesn't matter what.
And don't go
what-
forgetting us either. Got it? We're throwing a huge celebration in Septimont for this victory. And the Raganesi will be there too. So you'd better show up.
You know, I'm glad that, you know, I'll be remembered, but more importantly, I'm just glad that we made these connections, and you know, as long as we remember each other, right? Yeah. I'll show up for sure. Cetus! Hey, buddy!
Cetus the Tidebreaker! Are you here to see our captain off too? I remember the moment we met him like it was yesterday.
Yeah, I think I stabbed you in the side. My bad,
Maybe it's more than just a farewell. I think the Tidebreaker wants to escort you on your journey.
Maybe, yeah. We'll meet again. I'm sure of it. We'll meet again. God, man.
So, till we meet again.
Goodbye, my friends.
Till we meet again, Rover.
Welcome home, Black Shores. I'm back. That is beautiful, chromatic.
How's everything going?
Yeah, how's life here? It's
Good
been a while
news
since
and
I've been here.
bad.
Oh yeah? So,
The
what's up?
Threnodian's gem has been successfully contained. Tethys is already running a full power analysis as we speak.
Hey, that's good.
However, the gem we've recovered was incomplete.
How so? Does it mean they had a failsafe? They sealed it off somewhere else? Could Is it the
We're still
Fraxidus again?
investigating the cause. But look, successfully containing a gem infused with the Threnodian's power? No small feat. It's already a huge step forward in our fight against the Threnodian and the Lament.
One thing I'm kind of thinking about is how did they get the funds for all of this? I know like the Black Shores is like a kind of like a world-saving organization. It's almost like a charitable organization where like they go around and saving other countries from like the Threnodians. But like how do they get the funds for all this technology and stuff? It's pretty interesting. Or are they like fully self-sufficient where like they get their own food and all that stuff? Interesting.
If the Threnodian is truly bound to civilization, who's to say another one won't return to Rinasida in some new form?
Because like the way I'm thinking about it is that like because the way I'm thinking about it is that on the map, Black Shores is a lot smaller than the other nations, like way smaller. Like Jinzhou is really huge. Although to be fair, Jinzhou is like one city and the rest of it is like wilderness. You know, now that I think about it, actually all three of them could be, you know, the same size. It's just that Jinzhou and Rinasida has a lot more wilderness to it, and that's why it looks bigger. But in reality, most of it is like wilderness and stuff. So, but yeah, man, I love all my friends in Rinasida, and I love all the Black Shore characters too. Black Shores is like, it has that express, like the express crew feeling, like your main family, right? The ride or dies. And Rinasida is like, it's almost like your closest family, like your closest, like your neighbors, almost like your closest friends, ride or die as well, you know? It's like, you know, blood relationships. And
still, even if that happens, it won't be reclaiming this piece of its power. That gives us a window to prepare. Rinasida, the land of echoes. If tacit discords can be manually converted into echoes and become tools to fight the Lament,
that could be cool, yeah.
Then maybe the Threnodian might also be something we could transform. Heck,
I don't know.
Even utilize.
That seems like a far away
But
in the
that's
future
all
kind of plan.
theorizing best kept
Yeah.
caffeinated hours. For
Yeah,
now,
probably so.
we'll need to wait until Tethys completes its analysis before drawing any conclusions.
Yeah, Thronins are by themselves. Just to kill them is
I'm glad
fucking
it
insane.
helped. I'll be on my way then.
Thanks, Gabrina. Seriously, you came in clutch this whole time.
Hey, Rover. She's got real skill. Moves like she's already part of our rhythm. This kind of synergy doesn't come knocking twice. What do you say?
Oh, so that's how she gets the flower.
Everyone in the
Oh!
Black Shores has made it their mission to stand against the Lament. Our goals are the same, and we've been walking the same path from the start. I know you're not the type who likes being tied down by titles. But just remember this. You're not fighting it alone. So,
If you want, Gabrina. If you want it, it's all yours. Just think of it as a keepsake, you know?
this flower marks you as one of us. Whether you join us or not, if you ever run into trouble out there, the Black Shores will have your back.
I see. I'll take it then. Oh, one more thing. My last terminal gave out after I used it too much. Think the Black Shores could lend me a new one?
And that's why she has the terminal in the echo screen. I knew it. Holy shit. Dude, when I first saw it, I was not expecting, when I first saw her terminal, and I was comparing it to like Carmelia's and like Shorekeeper's terminal, I was like, wait, it looks so similar. Why is that? Like, you know? Because I heard in the trailer, she came from Renaissance from Septimont, so I was wondering, it's like, wait, if you came from Septimont, why do you have our terminals? And then later on, I saw the flower on her arm too. I was like, wait, why do you have the flower? And I was waiting for some like big reveal that she's part of the Black Shores all along. I did not expect them to do it like this. This is insane. I love this. This is incredible. So, you heard her, Alto. Let's get her a terminal.
Please, you break it, you come get a new one.
Thanks. Well then, till next time.
Sounds good, go, Brandon. Stay safe out there, yeah? And you too, Chimera. You still haven't told me your real name. It's Angel, isn't it?
Angel.
I fucking
That's
knew
my
it.
real name.
I fucking knew it. It's Augusta's childhood friend.
Angel? Huh. Such a beautiful name. Hold on a sec. You're not planning to jump into the sea,
She can fly.
are you? I could get you a boat.
She can fly, bro. Don't worry about it. That's how she is. Your boat is it's not
Don't worry about
super
her.
durable.
Nothing's stopping that one. Storm and no raging sea.
Yeah. She got wings of her own, buddy. What is that? Paper crane. So what now, buddy?
You love to make a person wait, don't you?
Yep.
Still breaking me out right under Mingting's nose without setting off a single alarm. Delicious. Tell me, how did you come up with that little idea?
Let's just say it was inspired by the Somme Noir. Imagination, after all, remains humanity's sharpest blade.
As the dark tide spread and I was pulled in deeper, the mark of the dark tide you left in me allowed my frequency to merge with it.
Oh no, did he get an upgrade?
Of course. And through Leviathan's power, I was able to read that frequency and depict it back into reality.
Holy shit! You're that powerful?
Leviathan's power of assimilation blurs the line between imagination and existence, turning fiction into fact. But of course, none of it would have worked until Leviathan slipped the Sentinel's leash and reclaimed the reins of the Dark Tide.
So what now?
It cost more time than I'd have liked, but everything unfolded exactly as you scripted. Such precision, such devotion.
Who are these guys?
Bravo.
Who are they?
A trial, nothing less.
A trial? This whole thing was just a trial?
Civilization's infancy must come to an end. So long as humanity remains cradled in the Sentinel's arms, it will never walk, let alone evolve. That is why I wrote this final act.
Oh no, fuck me. What is... Come on, don't do that to the
Those
goats.
who cannot transcend their limits and overcome their lesser natures will remain imprisoned by their
Oh
own
no,
nature.
come on.
Well,
What the hell, dude?
such souls deserve no salvation.
Oh yeah, that's nature, but holy
No
shit, that's
souls
brutal.
deserve salvation. Why even try? This world was born from chaos and exists in disorder. The only winning move is to be worse, wilder, to out-chaos the chaos. Every noble act of salvation only makes chaos hungrier. You want to destroy to save, but me? I want to save to destroy.
You sound disappointed in how this story ends.
He's a
Did I
psychopath,
say
bro.
that? Your stories have always been a treat. Screaming crowds drowning in despair, a world tearing at the seams. Every collapse, every unraveling. Chef's kiss.
Bro's insane. Holy
If they
shit.
cannot overcome the pain, then let them fall straight into the ending I want. An eternity of chaos and suffering. That's why I chose to work with you, dear playwright. Speaking of which, quill bearer who toys with hearts, your sins weigh as heavy as mine. Tell me, where will your ending play out?
It has already been written into the script.
So he knows how he's gonna die.
Until I reach it. As long as breath remains in me, I will haunt the stage like a phantom. A reminder that one must always look forward. Sharpen thyself and temper thy soul.
Oh, Rover wasn't wrong about you. You really are a cruel, extreme man. Sometimes I think you might be even more insane than I am.
Insanity, reason, or something in between. All our choices born of free will, and only through free will can we defy the surging tides of fate. That is why we both seek to change it. For beneath such tides, no one is content to remain merely a humble servant.
You lost the gem I entrusted to you, Christophora.
Prolova.
Forgive me, but haven't we already seized what we truly desire? You see, even the beyond forged from Leviathan's power couldn't endure. It fell short of the perfection you long for. But if you wish to try again, I remain at your service.
Tell me, how much of it remains within you?
He has
Not
it?
much, but enough to make use of.
That's the fragment that was missing.
I fulfilled my promise to
Right?
complete your finale. Let this be the last note of our symphony.
Oh shit, she is not working with them anymore.
As you wish. My sincerest gratitude for your wonderful performance, Lady Frolova. May you find the strength to create the beyond you once envisioned.
If this world truly cannot change, perhaps I will seek a new path for myself.
The Grand Arbiter or Architect or something like that.
Huh.
His mask is so cool.
I would have thought someone as stubborn as she would learn to adapt. But, Grand Architect, are you really going to let her walk off and do as she pleases?
Of all of us, you are the last one with any right to judge her for following her whims.
Judge? You wound me. I'm far more faithful to my indulgences than she ever was. No. I just want to tag along and add a few more flourishes to her symphony.
There are still greater matters that demand your attention. Though our roads diverge, our ideals remain as one. In the end, they all lead to the same place. Separation is but the prelude to possibility. All so that humanity may cross that final gateway into eternity. Our goals in Jinjo and Rinasita have been fulfilled. A Threnodium's resonator, an artificial Threnodium, and a second resonance awakening.
Oh
We
shit.
now possess both the knowledge and the means. Next, it is time we turn our gaze to our accomplishments in Lahai Roy.
What is Lahai Roy? Okay. Switching terminals, oh fuck yes. Exclusive to Rover for now. New terminal unlocked.
I will be there for everyone as we head toward our shared future.
The terminal you've hold on, give me a sec. Terminal you've owned since you first awoke, outwardly similar to the Pangu terminals of Huanglong. It has recorded every step of your journey and has been your silent and reliable companion. Daylight Pebble. I'll switch, yeah. That's the I'm sorry. That's the what do you call it? The lantern that they had, right? The Primus's lantern. So increased. Wait, how do I get the last one then? From quests, okay. I'll figure it out somehow.
I will be there for
Galbrena
everyone
has an exclamation.
as we head toward our shared future, leaving the past behind.
Oh, nothing yet. I gotta do weeklies, I think. Yeah. Hey, Alto. What's up? Something I'd like to know. Journey Paradise. Abraxas, that's his name. That's Abby's name. So he's a god too, or Thronodian maybe. Maybe he's a Thronodian. I'm confused. I'm not sure how that connects, but I'm sure we'll figure it out eventually. Why are you yellow? Holy shit. Interesting. Hazard, I guess. Wait, hold on. What the fuck? That's been there the whole time? Uh-huh. Alright, well, you have to die. Alright, well, you have to die.
Hopefully this helps.
There's a cat here too, what the hell?
Live to hunt. Give trap prey.
Satisfy my hunger.
Interesting.
Live to hunt. Live to hunt. Gift wrap thing.
Satisfy my hunger.
Nice. Close the door. Good shit. Confirmed. So, what happened? Did I finish it? I don't really know what happened there, but okay. Where was I? I don't remember where I was.
Live to hunt.
It's over here, maybe? I think so.
Handy.
I guess I got it already. Yeah, this is the place. I do want to head to the to see Shorekeeper, see if there's anything new she wanted to talk about. But if not, that's okay. I mean, I get it. This quest was like really big with a bunch of characters all together, so I understand if like they can't add, you know, all the Black Shores in here too. But it's just, it'd be nice if we could, you know. Hello, Shorekeeper. Yeah, I guess not. That's okay. Okay, I think at this point it's probably a good place to I want to talk about it first. It's probably a really good place to talk about this quest. This quest has been everything that it was pretty much a real proper send-off, like genuinely for a finale to a whole region. And I think, you know, just like by itself as a standalone, Renacita is probably a lot of people's favorite region. Like it's genuinely just, it's beautiful. The lore is amazing. You know, everything about it is just, it's incredible. You know, and the characters are so well crafted. I honestly think that Renacita was made for 1.0 instead of 2.0. Just based on like how the game was kind of buggy and, you know, not really good at launch. And I do honestly feel that you know, with Renacita, with the amount of work, I definitely can believe if they put in, you know, if they were forced to put in effort before the actual launch of the game towards Renacita, right?
Leave it to me.
Because Renacita definitely feels like one of those regions that you can't make it in like a year, you know, which is why I hope people don't get too offended when I say this, but holy shit, no main Echo, she's still doing work. I hope people don't get too mad when I say this, but you know, I don't know if they can actually like keep up the hype. If they can, then kudos, man, that's crazy. Like keep up the level of like storytelling and quality that for like 3.0 as they did for 2.0, because honestly 2.0, it's just, they just keep hitting peaks after peak after peak, and it's like, okay, this is the best part, okay, this is the best update, okay, this is the best update, and every update it's like new stuff added that's like quality of life that's, you know, insanely good. And honestly, it's hard for me to believe that it only took them a year to cook all of this, right? I bet right now they're probably cooking up 3.0 Hope maybe even 4.0. Because honestly, if they haven't started 3.0 by now, that's not a good sign, right? They have to have at least like a couple years of leeway into 3.0 by now, in order if they want to, you know, right? They have to be at least a couple years of 3.0 development, right? And which confuses the fuck out of me, because I know you can have like separate teams, but it's just wild to me that they can release Runacita with like all of its incredible storytelling on top of adding like quality of life updates that's like people ask for, and they immediately like deliver. It's not something like, oh, we had this in the woodworks and we're just waiting for a good time to release it. No, dude, they hear from players and they immediately like put that shit in, and at the same time they have storytelling that's for sure, you know, that's for sure like a couple years in development, right? This game, man, it's just every time they make such incredible. I'm just in shock, you know.
An unexpected discovery.
Man, I need to go back to Runacita because this fucking game, man. Look at this. Everything in Runacita is just so beautiful, and I don't know. And it's not that. I think for me, if I bought this as like a $60 game, at this point, I'd genuinely be like happy with where things are, right? Because like a $60, well, maybe not 60, like yeah, a $60 game, because like given like Jinjo and all that, but you know, with Runacita by itself is probably worth like $40, maybe $20 to $40, you know. It's just this fucking game, man, dude. Because the amount of quality storytelling they put in, and like the lore behind it, the lore is so good. Like the storytelling is amazing. Storytelling is always amazing, dude. I love this. It's just animation, the camera work, the cinematography. So thoughts on the story itself, at least for this patch here. At first, I was a little bit concerned because it kind of seemed a little off how we were just like, oh, hey, it's finally returning to Runacita, right? And it's like, I mean, yeah, it could be that we were like in Septimon the whole time, but at the same time, it's like we're kind of just walking in like it's like an average day, and then all of a sudden there's like a bunch of calamity, and I'm not super sure how I feel about them introducing the tacit Discord attacks right when we leave to track down like Avidius, or not Avidius, to track down the Discord Slayer, I think. I will say the reveal that Cartidia got shot, and like the whole like the intro cinematic to Cartidia's assassination, I probably would have liked a little bit more action in that scene. Just to, I need some water, dude. I'm losing my voice. Okay. I think I would have liked a little bit more action, but I can understand the lore reason why they didn't have too much action. And also the shock factor was really, you know, impactful. I think just like because I thought that was gonna happen like way later in the story, but no, it happened right away. I was like, oh shit, okay, we doing this. But I think after I got over my initial, I guess, shock, it was kind of like, okay, we're back in Runacita. It's all right, right? And then we just figured out, like, oh, they got attacked right when we left. That's a little weird. Why didn't we? You know, why didn't they show the attack here? Is there like a reason for that, or? And then we can have Avidius like show up to defend the attack, and then bring us over to, you know, to find the Discord Slayer, and then go from there. But you know, I'm okay with how it turned out as well. It's not a bad thing, you know. I'm just super small critiques that probably don't mean too much anyways in the grand scheme of things. Avidius, oh man, I still feel so bad for Avidius because I swear he was gonna be like a playable character. He had all the hallmarks of a playable character. He had a really cool design. He had a appealing backstory. you know, being like a creation of Cristoforo, man, it's like he had all the hallmarks of like a playable character, and he got killed, man. I mean, I get it. The story has, you know, if he didn't get killed, it's like there's no stakes in the story, and I understand, but no buts. Actually, I really like how they did Avidius' story. Actually, I take that back. The more I think about it, it's like, you know, his whole thing is like I'll live out the way I want to, right? And even though I'm a false creation, you know, I still have the dreams of an actual living being, right? And I want to follow those dreams. But I think he died way too soon to realize those dreams, and you know, if I'm hoping that you know, he'll show up again, and he won't just be like a one-off, not one-off, but like he won't just be like dead for good, you know, because it would be, I think, personal opinion, I think it would be really cool if because Frolova, we just saw Frolova is kind of ditching the crew now, that Cristoforo is going to bring in Avidius as like an extra hand in the crew. And Avidius, this time, he's not going to have any memories of who he was, and it will be the rover's job to, like, you know, remind him of everything that we went through together in Septimont, right? And that could also be a really good way to kind of reintroduce Augusta and Yuno and all the other Septimont characters into future stories, right? So one thing I really liked about this story was how they reintroduced all the Regunesi characters into Septimont for the final battle. And it's not like how Genshin does it, where, like, you know, characters that we met a long time ago, they just don't come back. No, in this one, everybody comes back. It's a straight up amazing Avengers moment. So I hope that, oh, it disappeared. That's fine. So I hope that if they ever do bring Avidius back, which I hope they do, because I feel like he has a lot of potential left, right? As a character whose ideal is to like live as himself. I think he still has a lot of potential as a character. If Cristoforo ever brings him back, you know, we could like help him regain his memories and, you know, try to figure out a way to bring him back with the help of like our other Septimont friends that we've met before. And that's also a good way to bring in those characters. But, you know, this being a gacha game, I can understand how it might, like, you know, push into the new character's screen time. So at most it might just be like just Yuno or Augusta, just one character that comes back. But, you know, it's just a thing like that, I guess. You know, fighting the Dark Tide it was really cool. They really did well on like the whole like one thing they really threw me for a loop for after Avidius' death was, because I thought for sure like some nameless character like another Fenrico or like even Galbrena would be like the new harbinger of the Dark Tide. I did not expect them to make it the rover, right? Like the actual rover, because you know, throughout the entire story he's almost been like this godlike being with like powers that like the Unwritten One. Like, for example, he's called the Unwritten One for a reason, right? He has powers outside of this universe, and because of that he's able to change the story and kind of bend it to its will, even against things like Cristoforo's power, right? But to see him involved so deeply in the story like that, it kind of flips everything on its head. It's like Rover used to be this like all powerful god, like an absolute Giga Chad of a god, but then him becoming the harbinger of the Dark Tide, that ties him down to the weakness of the Dark Tide. Like he's an actual character now because he has to actually struggle in the story. So you realize he's not actually, you know, at this point he's known the people so well in Renacida, he's now become tied down to them. And at first you think, oh man, that's a weakness, right? Because he's a harbinger now of the Dark Tide. That means he's, you know, and every harbinger of the Dark Tide before him, like Avidius, Mia, Fenrico, they've all died they all sacrificed themselves to keep back the Dark Tide. So you think that's a weakness for the Rover, right? Like now he has to sacrifice himself and give up all his power to protect the people of Renacida. But as the story progresses, you realize that, you know, all the connections you made, all the characters you've met, and all, you know, the ties you made in Renacita, they all matter. They all come back and they're here to support you. And I just think that's a beautiful story. That's just incredible. I know some people will say it's like, oh, power of friendship, you know, it's kind of cringe, right? But I think in this case it really works because when people, I think a lot of people when they say like, oh, power of friendship is cringe, it's not that by itself it's cringe. It's the fact that you're using the power of friendship with characters that you barely know for like an hour, right? Or characters that you don't really care about too much. And I think with Renacita, we spent enough time with these characters to really, you know them as characters, to go through their struggles and like their story quests and understand like, you know, how the characterization is like Carlotta, she's the boss of the Montellis, you know, Zani, you know, all those characters, like, and I get it. I mean, at the end of the day, it is kind of like a power friendship kind of deal, but I think in this case it works out really well. I would say one character it doesn't work well. I think when it doesn't work well, people notice, and it's like, I mean, it's all just, you know, these characters. Ouch! I did not think this was that shallow of a pool, but I guess it is. But I guess it's just when the friends are like faceless characters that you don't really know. For example, like with Augusta, I never when like her final attack on the crown thing, whatever it was.
I will be there for everyone.
Let me see if I need a level
we
up. I still do, yeah. Like the
Who
false
gets
sovereign,
the
yeah.
vote? That's your call.
Our hunt.
I never felt it was like a power friendship kind of deal. It was more like honoring the heroes of the past in order to, you know, in order to improve upon yourself and to realize the power that you you have through the servitude of your nation, right? So it was never really about the power of friendship for that. But in this case, I think in this, like the finale of Renacita, I definitely do think that it is a strength of the story, for sure. You know, and to me, Renacita is almost like, it's like I guess for me, for Kuro Games at least, you know, with 1.0 being as shaky as it was, it definitely does feel like they've released Renacita as almost like a thank you, you know. 1.0, it's like they showed up all these amazing things and say, hey, we know that you were upset with us with like the engine trouble and the bad story and, you know, the aimless kind of stuff. So we introduced this whole new region with updated graphics. Everything looks so much better. The story is still a little confusing, but at the very least, the storytelling, the animations, they'll keep you engaged. And then as we tell the story we want to tell, you know, at least you'll be entertained throughout the way. Even if you don't fully understand the story, at the end of the day, a game's purpose is to entertain, and we at least hope that we entertain you with the animation that we made, right? I feel like that's the message it's trying to sell us, or trying to sell us, right? But trying to tell us. But with this one, you know, I feel like, you know, especially with the ending parts, with like all the memory, like the flashbacks of all the cutscenes and everything, it's definitely a letter of appreciation. It's like that kind of wraps up everything in a bow, and man, it's just, you know, it's so nice to have a game that at the end of the day, it's just nice to have a gacha game that it's not afraid that's not afraid of like pulling older characters into the spotlight again, or not, yeah, into the spotlight. And even though yeah, the new characters Galbrana and Chuyan, they're like the new hot thing on the market right now, at the end of the day, every character felt like they contributed at least something, right? Even characters that didn't have too much screen time, like Zani or like Rochia, you know, I think given how deeply connected they are to the land itself and like the characters around them. And that's another thing. I really like it when the characters themselves they're connected with each other. You know, it just makes the story a whole lot stronger, because when you see Rochia, and even though she doesn't have like all the screen time in the world, when you see Brant, it's almost like you see Rochia with him, right? It's almost like because they're connected with each other. She's the first. Is she the first mate? I think she's the first mate, but she's Brant's like, you know, crewmate, and they pretty much go together almost all the time, right? So when you see Brant, you know subconsciously, oh, Rochia's here also. She's also contributing to the fight. The same thing with Zani and Carlotta. When you see Carlotta, you know, oh, Zani's here too, and that really brings in another level of, you know, all of these characters that I've met and I've interacted with. They're all here with us in this final fight. And another thing I really liked is
Did anything happen?
well, there's one thing I didn't like too much, and I think this is probably just me not having had fought the actual weekly boss yet, because I'll farm it a little bit later for the echoes, but I think I might just farm it just passively for the weekly rewards, and just, you know, use whatever echoes I have for Galbrena then. But it is nice that they you know, they took Cartathia's form, and lore-wise it makes sense. It does feel like I'm not sure. I think they added different movement types, but you know, it's still kind of similar to the original boss fight of Cartathia. And man, I really need some water. Hold on, did I record? Did I stop recording yet? Oh, I'm still recording. Okay, that's good. I thought I stopped recording for a second. Give me a sec to get some water. Oh man, okay. But yeah, it's just this story is just amazing, and I still want to talk a little bit more about Rover himself, because Rover throughout the entirety of the story has been an absolute treat. He's not like a voiceless NPC, or not NPC. He's not like a voiceless mousepiece, or like a he in a way he is kind of like a self-insert, but at the end of the day, he's not really a self-insert. He's it's kind of like how Halo does Master Chief. Yeah, Master Chief is a self-insert, and they kind of went on record already saying that they wanted Master Chief not to talk too much, and they never showed his face because they wanted to have the player experience the events through him, right? But that only works if the main character is actually involved in the story. And for that to happen, there's some degree of like personality that the character has to have, right? Like you can't include the main character into the story as effectively if all he is just a mouthpiece, right? Or she, you know. So I think that's why a lot of games after, you know, a lot of games nowadays, like I want to take for example, Honkai Star Rail, they did it really well where the main character is kind of a troll, right? Yeah, anyone can put their voice onto him, and maybe the most, you know, no nonsense, the most serious guy plays the game. He's like, oh, who is this character? He's not me. I'm not self-inserting as this guy, right? I want to be a badass. I want to be like Master Chief, kind of different personality, right? But you know, then there are like voice lines you can choose for that. But at the end of the day, it's not like the whole purpose of the game is to have the player impose their personality onto the self-insert, quote unquote. It's more so to have the audience experience the story through the lens of the self-insert. And in order to experience, I think that's a more effective way to tell the story, because then there's no separation between the audience and the story, right? If you have the audience self-inserting into a character, and then you kind of lean too far into trying to make that self-insert as as immersive as possible, you run the risk of separating the character from the story too much, and now the story kind of suffers now because things that happen in the story, they just happen to the character, to the player. It's not that the player has any role in the story, it's just the story happening to the character, and you kind of just like, you know, respond however the character would see to respond, right? But if you, I think Wuwa does this really well. Starbow does it really nicely too, where it's like the main character, he's kind of a troll, and it fits into the story as well. It's like, you know, he's part of the family, and he's always like the joking one, right? So some people like it. I think there's like a super small minority that never talks. That's like, I don't like this, right? But they won't say anything because, you know, at the end of the day, it's a game, and people will probably run them out of the community if they did say that. But for Wuthering Waves, I think for a lot of people, the rover is like Sung Jin Woo from like Solo Leveling. He's like the badass. He's always the no nonsense, or not nonsense, but he's like the badass guy. He's always super confident in himself, and that's his role in the story, right? He's the guy who things happen in the story and he comes up to fix them, right? So, and at, you know, and at first I was kind of worried that they were going to run that risk of, oh, he's just, you know, his whole character is, you know, let me rephrase that. It's like the character kind of shows up and he always gets things done, right? And so even if a player, you know, there's that connection to the story, right? Like there's the MC and there's a player. The player imposes himself onto the MC, and then now the MC's personality of being like a badass, of being able to get things done, that makes, you know, that blends into the story as well. Because now the story, like when things go to shit, basically, the MC, male rover, he's there, he fixes things, he takes care of people, right? And that's his, you know, that's his power. Like for example, when we save Kartathea, and she's like, why are you doing this? Because she wanted him to kill her instead, so that he can get rid of the Threnodian. But he said, or she said, quote, I prefer to do things my way. And even, yeah, you can have, maybe that's a little immersion breaking for some people, that kind of, you know, self-insert. But at the end, but you know, I think sacrificing that immersion to make the rover fit in the story better is worth it, because it's not a matter of, oh man, I would not have said that, so now the immersion is broken. It's more of a sense of, oh man, I feel good about myself because that is something that in that situation, I might, if I were this character, I might have said, right? They're kind of twisting it now. It's like, it's less of imposing the player onto the character and more now of the character imposing themselves onto the player. And I think that's why a lot of people love like Rover, female or male, because throughout the story they're just an absolute badass. They're confident, they're strong, they know how to fix things. They can, you know, they take care of people, and you know, people admire that. It's like a leadership quality. So when Rover does really cool shit like split an ocean in half, and you know, what I'm trying to say is it rides that fine line of being a self-insert and being a character that people admire, and it really blends it together so well in a sense, so that it blends it together so well that now when Rover's achievements, it satisfies everybody. People who don't want to self-insert, who just want like an interesting character, they get that in Rover. People who do want to self-insert and want to, you know, and want to play the story their way, they get a sense of satisfaction from the rover doing cool shit and imagining themselves doing it too, right? Yeah, that's cool. I mean, you know, when you look at the story, the things that Rover does is absolutely insane. He splits oceans, he breaks, you know, giant walls, he summons the three swords to rebuild Kartathea. He does like the final blow against like the gods, the final boss here, right? And but I think, you know, including him in the story that much, it runs the risk of being a little too boring, right? Like, for example, if Rover's only, like, his whole role is just to aura farm and like always does, you know, always complete the mission, I think in this finale it would not have worked as well, because then it becomes a question of why is all these other characters here when just Rover would have taken care of it by himself, right? And it would have felt more of like a cameo where every character is here just to, you know, kind of show up, right? And if Rover had was in control of the situation the whole time, you know, them being there wouldn't really have made a difference. It would just been like, oh damn, the whole crew's here, right? And it would have been just like that. But I think what makes it really interesting is that now Rover being so intertwined with the story now has a weakness. Now that actually shows weaknesses throughout the story. He becomes the harbinger of the dark tide, and when he gets swallowed up like by the dark tide, and everybody gets swallowed up by the dark tide, then he starts to lose faith in himself, and it really shows. It really like shows us super well in that title screen segment where like the shores of like the dark shores and everything with gravestones. Man, they did that segment so well. That was beautiful. The way they really played on that segment. Because I should walk around and pause really quick because while I get my thoughts out. Because you know, I'll just get the surface level stuff out, like the stuff that we can kind of tell already. It gives him a struggle. It really gives him a struggle because now he's a harbinger of the dark tide, and now he's just lost. It just looks like he just lost all his friends, right? All those people that got, like, Zani got shot, Carlotta died, Brant and Rochia drowned, fucking drowned. That's crazy. Phoebe lost all her faith. Like, everybody's. Poor Lupa got poisoned. What the fuck, man? Right? Everybody straight up died right in front of him, and he's starting to lose hope. And you know, as the player character, you feel that, right? You walked alongside that journey with him. You saw these characters. You know, you played the story quest. You know all these characters. You know, at least for me, I skipped Brant and Rochia's questline. Don't hate me too much. It's just, you know, I was kind of. I don't know if I was kind of bored of it or something, but I don't know them too well. But at the end of the day, you know, they're fun characters, and I appreciate them for who they are. They just weren't super interesting to me at the time. So I think I just catch up on their story a little bit later, but I do recognize that they were impactful to the story as well. And it really shines through in that segment where he's walking by their gravestones. And dude, just me walking up to a gravestone and like trying to guess who it was. You know, because it's just what they could have done is just, you know, so like before you interact with the gravestone, there's like the prompt, right? And it says the girl who ate this like something berry, right? Or the guy who did this. They didn't have to do that. All they need, you know, they could have just said like, here lies Brant or here lies Lupa as like the actual prompt itself, so you'd know immediately who it was. But instead they didn't do that. Instead they take it a step further and put like context around the character themselves. So now on top of you trying to figure out who the character is, you even it makes them feel more alive, because now there's like another component of the character that you lost. It really feels like you've lost the character because of that extra component of them, right? So, and it's just like a tiny detail about that scene that I noticed. And you know, having that final reveal turn out to be the title screen, I'm like, holy shit, it just blew my mind, because I saw that rock so many times before, just logging in over and over. And so the minute I saw it, I said, holy shit, I know this place. And then when I heard the music too, I was like, holy shit, I heard this music, I listened to this music, Saving Light, the OST. And people who started in 1.0 or 2.0, they probably never heard of that song before, and it doesn't hit as hard for them. But for all the, and I think that's another point that's like Crow Games being like, hey, we appreciate all of you who stayed with us from the very beginning, right? All the 1.0 players, they know when they saw that, when they heard that music, they know. They're like, oh shit, this is the place. This is the mindscape. This is where, you know, we logged in every day. And the 2.0 players are like, they would just, you know, see the login screen and say, oh, we log in there every day. That's cool. That tells you the same idea that it's his mindscape. But the login music is different for 2.0, for people who started in 2.0, because it's Rover's Renacita arc. But compared to 1.0, that song is Rover's original song. That's the song we started out with. That's incredible. And the way they changed it up slightly to kind of fit the mood, where and the way he's like walking on that bridge, collecting all, you know, all the lights of all the characters, all the friends that he met. And at the very end, when they all came out together and broke free from the dark tide, and I guess, you know, it really humanizes the rover. It makes him someone that's, to the player character, he's an actual character in a story, as well as someone that you can embody and that you can look up to, that you can aspire to become, because he's not just someone who's confident, who's strong, who's, you know, always, you know, saving people and doing impossible feats of strength and willpower. He's, I think, you know, he's not, he there's a limit to what he can do, and that limit is his friends. When he sees his friends like start falling one by one, even in a vision, he starts losing faith in himself. He starts, you know, he even considers as a harbinger to, like, you know, to do the unthinkable just to save his friends, right? And man, Galbrana, she's such a powerful character too, you know. I will say that her initial story with the Chimera talking to us kind of went on for a little long with just a static frame background. I mean, the art style is nice, but I would have, I do think it's the weakest part of the story, just that a lot of talking about Galbrana's backstory and stuff. And honestly, I mean, if you're gonna put it somewhere, you might as well put it there, right? So I still didn't like too much how they did it, but I can understand. It's like, you know, okay, if you have like this much workload to do, and you have to make the final boss like the most memorable final boss imaginable, because this is straight up the finale of the whole thing. Do you really have that much time to devote to, you know, making the new character's backstory shine? And it's like, well, do I really want to spend more work on like animations for Galbrana's backstory of being a child and like growing up and stuff, or do I want to give the players what they really want and work on like the end finale, that they all the characters jumping into the fights, all the animations, the cinematography, everyone, you know, meeting up at the very end and giving that proper send off to Rover from Renacita? I mean, if I were to choose, I would say put more work into that finale part, into all the characters that we've met along the way, because, you know, it's easy to like try to shill out for the new characters. Hey, look at all the flashy stuff she can do. Look at all this. Just, you know, pull for this new character, right? But it's easy to do that. It's hard to, you know, work on something that really matters, which is the finale of the entire fucking year. So it's hard to do that, but I also think it's worth it, because, you know, it just shows the extra detail, the extra level of care of like, we built 2.0. It's not just we built this character, we built this entire storyline, and we know we've been building up to it for a long time now, and we know you guys have been sticking with it throughout the whole way. We know, even though the story's confusing, even though we ran through a bunch of like you know, server stability issues, even though we didn't always live up to the player expectations, you know, we're glad for the people who stayed, and we're gonna show our appreciation through like quality of life updates. And at the very end, with this tie off here, we're gonna show all the characters that you've met throughout the story, everything that we've crafted, like all these characters, because you have to remember, these characters are crafted. They're not like, you know, they're not like just tally marks on the board, right? If they were, then it'd just be like, oh, it's a brand new character just like came in, we have no idea, and like no connection to the story, right? No, these characters, they're crafted. They're crafted to connect with each other, to connect with the story, to connect not just, and most importantly, they're crafted to connect with the rover in the actual story itself. And it really, oh man, this level of detail is just insane. It's just the way they can really, you know, tug at your heartstrings and like really make you feel. Man, I did not believe they would actually show characters killing each other, like straight up shooting each other, cutting each other's necks, you know, with swords, like in those like the dream sequences. That shit was brutal, man. Oh man. And then they went a step further beyond that, and it's not just NPCs doing it. They showed Zani getting shot in the back 2-3 times by a random NPC. Man. And they showed Lupa getting poisoned. oh man, that shit really hurts, and that's what makes it great because they know, for the people who care, they're like, hey man, we're gonna show you that something that blows your world, and then we're gonna give you a reason to fight, and it really it ties everything together. And that final battle with the evil Cartethia, everyone jumping in, doing the 4 character slot being like a combination ultimate. Oh my god, dude, it's absolutely peak cinema. Absolutely, I love it so much. I can't wait to watch like online reactions to it because oh my god, it's genuinely, oh my god, dude. I did not think I would be so hyped for the finale of Renacida as I was just now. And honestly, I did know that all the characters in Renacida were going to come back. I was not expecting the Black Shores to jump in. My man, the Black Shores? Crazy. I will say I was a little bit disappointed in how little they showed off. It was basically just Alto the whole time. But I get it, right? They're not the focus of the story. The focus is a send-off of 2.0, and if they added too much screen time of Camellia or Shorekeeper, it would have taken the focus away from the spotlight of the character spotlights, right? Like Augusta, Galbrena, Carlotta, Cantarella. But yeah, so I get it, but man, it's generally like I don't know how I can, it's an incredible game, and if any game deserved, to be a gacha game, like deserves to actually like the amount of effort, because gacha games are like they're very stingy. Is like the amount of effort that they give in is not worth as much as what they're trying to sell you, right? Like you can spend like $400 to get, to not get what you want, or only get a little bit of what you want, right? But Wuthering Waves to me is the kind of game that's, at least for right now, for like 1.0 or 1.3 to 2.7, the finale, I would say it's definitely worth at least a $40 price tag. Just if you were just gonna buy it outright. And this is just talking about like the exploration and the story and stuff. If we're exploration and the story and stuff like that, and if we're talking about like if you add the characters that you can buy, and like, or not buy, but like, you can roll for, if you add those characters in as well, then it'd probably be closer to a $60 game, And yeah, I really need to sleep on this story a little bit more because, oh man, all I want to do right now is just kind of relive that moment of being in the story with everyone jumping in to fight the big bad boss, and literally everyone, everyone just being there, and oh man, it's an incredible story. I just loved it. I loved it a lot. It's it's great. Yeah, it's great. Looking forward to the future. I really liked how they set up Calcharo and the Lahai Roy, something like that, and the new Federation as like the next possible regions, and Calcharo, he's been in the game since 1.0. I've never really interacted with him. I mean, they did a little bit something with him like for the anniversary, and I think a little something for like the card game, but like come on. He needs a proper introduction, like an actual introduction instead of just like an off-screen kind of thing. And I'm really looking forward to when we get to meet him. I am a little bit worried that what they did in 2.0 kind of sets the bar way up there, and I really hope that people don't, you know, people don't assume that, oh, now every region is going to be like this, because for the finale of Renacita, it's not something that you can cook up and release in like a year's worth of, or like the next patch, right? You don't have enough time to establish those connections with other characters and to make people really connect with the new world that you're creating, right? So I really hope people don't expect to have the same feeling of like hype of the 2.7 finale as they will have for the next region. I mean, most people probably won't. They'll probably understand, it's like, oh, new region, right? We're probably not gonna have something as, you know, hype as important as the 2.7 finale. But I still feel like expectations are really high now. It's like the you know, the expectations are definitely way up there now. Kuro Games it's not like the underdog now. It is, I mean, in a way, it's kind of the underdog to Genshin Impact and the other games, but at this point, I'd honestly put Wuthering Waves at least on equal footing as Genshin Impact, if not a couple step ladders down. And honestly, with the quality it's showing off, it should be higher. It is one of those games where, you know, once people get enough of it, once people experience the story and everything it has to offer, they will expect a lot more. And I know it's probably not what, you know, the developers want to hear, but it's kind of the truth, right? You make something incredible, and now everybody's gonna look at it and they're gonna start asking for more. And I hope they take some time to take care of themselves, because man, I do not want to know how many all-nighters the team put together to make this and to show it off to us, because this shit has to have taken a lot. And so yeah, I'm just looking forward, you know, I'm gonna kind of settle into, you know, this post 2.7 depression, if you can call it. It's not really depression, but it's more like a, you know, this feeling of like, we did it, right? I'm gonna settle into that a little bit more, and then I might look a little bit into the future of what's coming next. But I think for now, I'm just gonna try to enjoy my time here in Renacita while I can, before the next update drops. And you know, whenever the new region comes out, you know, I'll play that, and we'll do some critiques and some, you know, what I think about it and things like that as well. And but yeah, Renacita has definitely raised the bar. It is way higher than Black Shores, than the Frozen place, the Honglong's ending. Bro, if Honglong was like, their finale was hype, this shit just steamrolls way past it, dude. Honglong, like everyone coming together in Honglong, I thought that shit was cool. It's like people were fighting next to me and stuff like that. Bro, we're gonna see this finale, bro. Don't talk to me about Honglong anymore, bro. That shit.
At your disposal.
Holy fuck, man. This shit was peak. So yeah, I guess that's all I have to say. Yeah. Take care of yourselves, okay, guys? Yeah, I'll see ya.